excited about this. Another new toy. There we are. A box in a box. I think that's just packaging. There must be a way in somewhere. Ah, let me see. Okay, what have we got in the box? If I can get it apart. There we go. Extended warranty, extend warranty. Okay, we'll do that later. User manual. I'm sure that'll come in handy at some point. So, first things first. That's the camera. Initial impressions are very well made. Very nice. I'll put that down there. This is obviously the solar panel. Nice and light. I was a bit concerned as to how much cable there'd be on here. Well, it's a fair bit. Okay. Aerial to go with that. This is the additional antenna base. USB charger for charging the camera, I presume. Flexi base, flexi mount. Stick on your dash. For the monitor. The monitor must be this piece here. Very well packaged. Very well padded. Like Christmas. Very nice. 7-inch, I think. Built-in sun visor, sunscreen. Cable's already connected. Yep. That must be the monitor aerial and the monitor screw for that. Here we have another bag of cables. What's in this one? Oh, this is for the car 12-volt supply for the monitor. There's a good piece of cable on there, so we should be able to get that where we want it. Screws, Allen key. This is, I think they call this the Z bracket for mounting up high somehow, some way. We'll work that one out. And this is the mounting bracket to put on the back of the camera. Yeah, we might need instructions after all. Good. Let's get on with it. Before we start, it says on here, please fully charge the camera with a USB cable before using it for the first time. So while we're getting ready to fit this, we'll put this on charge with the supplied cable, of course. Underneath we have a little rubber bung There we go. Okay, so we've just come into the car, got the main elements of the kit out, the camera, the monitor, power lead. Just very temporarily stuck it all together. When we switch on, i.e. plug it in, it boots up, or the monitor boots up, and straight into the camera. Don't have to do anything. So that's looking pretty good. I'm quite impressed with the picture quality. And that's through the windscreen. What's it look like outside? Very nice. A lot better. Hugely better than the previous one. So yeah. So we just got to work out where we want it. Where we're going to put the monitor. How we're going to fix the camera on the back. And hopefully all done and dusted. I can see where they say you can install this in 10 minutes. It is just plug and play. The time will be spent not so much fixing the monitor in the car, but fixing the camera on the back of the Caravan. But we'll see where we get to. Okay, so we've had a little play around in here. You might remember I had this in here before with my small 5-inch monitor on from the previous system. I've reused that because it's a lot more stable than the bracket you get with it, although there's not really a lot wrong with it, but I prefer to use this, and I can then slip this out when I'm not using it, so it'll only be on when the Caravan's on the back. Had to offset it slightly to fit beside the TomTom and the tyre pal. We've just done a quick test and I've walked away with the camera right round the back garden and we still get a very good picture. So I am super impressed with the quality and the range so far. So just need to tidy up the wiring, give this a coat of matte black paint, and then we'll start on the Caravan, getting the camera on the back of the Caravan. So with respect to mounting the camera on the back of the Caravan, we've come up with this adapter plate. It's a piece of fascia board, white fascia board. It's going to be UV stable, so it's not going to turn yellow, hopefully. I've cut it down and I've also cut some slots in the back, and the idea being that it will follow when it's glued down. Look at this in the camera, the profile of the roof. It gives me a bigger footprint to anchor the camera to the Caravan. So I've got this area rather than just the small area. So the base plate's mounted to this will be glued to the Caravan, and it should follow the curvature. With respect to putting the camera on, that will then just slip onto the mounting bracket and be attached with a securing screw. One other thing I didn't really like, and that was when we come to fit the camera, we put the USB lead from the solar panel in there, and it meant that when this is on the mounting bracket, the Z bracket has to come out and go around the side. Just looked a little bit messy, so I put a 12mm hole in the back, quite simply, so that everything lines up when it's connected to the camera. The cable goes straight out the back and should look a lot neater. We'll have a look at that when it's on. All we've got to do now is fit it to the van. The most difficult part for me is getting the camera in the right place. We know we get a good picture, but because we're gluing it to the rear of the Caravan, and especially on the curve of the top of the roof, I don't want to guess it, I want to know I've got it in the right place. So what I've come up with is I've got a 12-volt extension plugged into the Caravan, running off the Caravan battery. This is a lead I had with a 12-volt compressor for the car. it's an extension lead, basically 12-volt extension lead. I've got the camera, which has also got a long, sorry, not the camera, the screen monitor, which has also got a long lead on it, connected to that, so I can temporarily run the camera, view the monitor in a live situation. So it will allow me to install this piece on the back of the Caravan in the right place. Well, that's the theory anyway. Let's get up there and see what happens. Right. It's a bit bright. I don't think we'll be able to see this. But we've got the monitor on, running off the Caravan battery. Just leave that there. Got the plate with the camera on. I've got the centre line where I need to be. All I want to do is try and see the best position. Trouble is, I'm in the way. I'll go down there. I had it there. Down there, it's too far. Need to be back here somewhere. I don't think we'll be too far out there. Right, so oh, I'll move. Put that on the centre line. The front mark on the centre line. I think that's where we're going to put it. We've already cleaned this back with some alcohol cleaner, take all the polish off. Just stick that straight on there. I think we're good to go. So this is where we want to put it, to look directly behind us. A bit concerned that there's a bit of flex in this panel. There's nothing wrong with it. They call it a floating roof on this thing. And the normal camera bracket is only that big. So if I put that on there, A, it doesn't sit flat on the curve, and B, it's top heavy, so it'll tend to wobble a little bit with a little bit of help from this. So we've come up with this, as we said. That's going to sit on there, and that'll clamp down. So A, we build more rigidity in, make it stronger, give a bigger area to grip to. And all in all, it shouldn't look too bad. Well, that's a theory anyway. This is what we're going to use to stick it down to the roof. Sikaflex 522. Highly recommended. Should do the job. that's the finished article. Be good to get out on the road with the Caravan on the back and see how it performs. I was a bit worried about it sitting in my eye line, but when my seat raises, my vision position, if you like, is about there somewhere, so it's just inside the profile of the bonnet, so hopefully we'll be good. Yeah, well, thanks for watching. Hope it was of some interest, and